Now, if you're a prepper, you probably already know this, but I'm going to show you a source of food that you might not think of, and it's probably growing right in your own yard. So I have 2 maple trees in my yard. You've probably seen these before. These seeds, these are called Samaras. If you open this up here, there's a seed in here. Now these are edible. Plants have a defense mechanism called lectins, and those really aren't that good for our bodies. It protects the plant in the case that it gets eaten so it can still reproduce. Animals are less likely to eat these because of these lectins. So if we soak these overnight, it helps eliminate the lectins. After that, we can roast these. You can roast them with cinnamon, you can roast them with garlic, pepper, whatever you like. So that's what I'm going to do next. You can see I have a lot of them in my yard.
Look at that. That squirrel is out there eating my Samaras.
So right here, where they're least likely to be stepped on in the backyard, I'm just going to start sweeping these up. We're going to clean these up later. Now, like I said, I only have 2 maple trees, so I won't get a lot of these. More will fall throughout the week. But if you have a lot of maple trees in your yard, this could be a really good way to get some lunchbox snacks. But you can put these on a salad, you can put them in trail mix. Actually, they're quite tasty. So I pulled the twigs out of these. So now what I want to do is I want to open these up and take the seeds out. So you just open this up here and squeeze the end, and there you have the seed. Now you can eat these raw, but they're not going to taste as good, but you can do it. Look at that. Now you can roast these in the oven on the lowest setting, maybe 200 degrees. It'll take a couple of hours to roast these, or if you have a dehydrator, you can use that. Now I have a dehydrator here. As you can see, I'm just finished drying something here. But today I'm going to use the oven. Now that we have our seeds here, I'm going to fill this bowl with filtered water and soak this overnight. Now I just poured enough water in there to cover the seeds. That's all you really need. And we'll soak this, and tomorrow morning we'll be ready to roast.
So I got my seeds here. They've been soaking overnight. I'm going to drain this. Now what we want to do is dry these out. Got my container here. I'm going to put some parchment paper in here. And heat my oven to 200 degrees. Actually, I'm just going to use the warm setting. And then I'm going to pour these in here. Got some avocado oil, or you can use olive oil. Now you just want to use a little bit. Ultimately, you want these to dry out. Let's see. I'm going to sort of separate these out a little bit. I have pumpkin spice. Let's try that. Cinnamon. I got a packet of monk fruit here. I'm going to sweeten up the cinnamon a little bit. And the pumpkin spice. Got some black pepper. And some garlic salt. Now they're all seasoned up. Now I'm going to put them in the oven, or you can use the dehydrator on the lowest setting. So we'll come back and check these in a couple of hours and see how they look. So we're roasting these. You saw that we have pumpkin spice and cinnamon and garlic black pepper. Should be fun to try. Okay, let's see how they look. So I got my containers here. I'm just going to put these right in there. These are the pumpkin spice. Here's the cinnamon. And the garlic. This is what we have. I'm going to give one of these a little taste. That's good. Now I'm going to leave these set for a little bit so the oil starts to dry off a little bit more. And by tomorrow morning, they'll be ready to eat.